We'd like to recognize Senator Bongbong Marcos. Senator Marcos, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Napag-usa, doon sa salaysay mo, sinabi mo na ito yung kaisa-isang kaso na tumakas ang isang inaalagaan ninyo sa Bahay Kalinga. At least, to use your words, in your incumbency. Tama ba?
Hindi po.
Yun ang sagot ninyo kay Senator Enrique. It is the only case that you know of na may tumakas sa Bahay Kalinga in your incumbency.
Sa Bahay Kalinga po mayroong mga incidents na may mga umaalis na ating mga wards.
So okay, so balikan natin yung tanong ni Senator Enrique. Sa karanasan mo, in the time that you were the labor attaché and administering the Bahay Kalinga, ilan ang kasong ganito na may tumakas? For whatever reason.
I cannot give you the exact number.
Is it less than 10? Is it less than 100?
About less than 10.
Less than 10. But how long have you been a labor attaché?
I've been in the labor attaché corps for 5 years.
So in the 5 years, but you have always been, in that 5 years, you have always been in Saudi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in that 5 years, you know of less than 10 cases where yung isang inaalagaan nga ninyo sa Bahay Kalinga ay tumakas.
We are talking about all alcohol only, sir.
Only in alcohol?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in other words, maliwanag na hindi naman talaga madalas mangyari ito, mangyayari na ako ito pagka meron talagang problema, malaking problema, a serious offense, a serious problem has occurred. Would that be correct?
May occurrence or may problema, sir.
So you consider it a serious problem if somebody has to escape from the Bahay Kalinga?
For whatever reason, yes.
Yes, for whatever reason that may be, but it is a serious reason.
Yes.
So there is a serious problem. Clearly, kasi umalis na si Josie, ibig sabihin, talagang meron nagkaroon ng problema. Lumabas na siya sa dyaryo, you started the investigation of your driver, Jojo. Correct? Is that correct? You have to reply to the transcription.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Alright. Pero hindi ba, tapos sinabi ninyo habang iniimbestigahan siya, nag-resign na lang siya? Ganun ba ang nangyari?
Hindi naman siya nag-renew ng contract.
Hindi na siya nag-renew ng contract. Pero ongoing yung investigasyon.
Yes, sir.
Pero hindi ba pagka magkakaroon ng investigasyon, hindi dapat pala pabayaan paalisin yung tao, iniimbestigahan nga eh. Kailangan matapos ang investigasyon para sa ganun, kung anong maging resulta ng investigasyon, pwede siyang parusahan o pwede siyang sabihin na hindi naman talaga nagka-problema. Bakit mo na-approve yung kanyang pag-alis?
Kasi sir, nag-expire na ang kontrata niya.
Pero kailangan sagutin niya yung investigasyon. Paano na nangyari? Walang nangyari, nakaalis na siya, hindi niya sasagutin. Halimbawa, makita sa investigasyon na nagtutog pala talaga lahat ng sinasabi nitong Josie. Kailangan pananagutan niya yun. Bakit, paano ngayon natin gagawin yung kapag siya ay nakaalis na sa serbisyo? Anyway, you were aware of alam mo yung settlement na pinag-usapan, yung 10,000 real. You were aware of that?
Later, I guess.
Later. So, siguro, kagaya ng napabanggit ng ibang senador, yung pagbayad ng 10,000 real, parang inaamin na rin yung Jojo na may nangyari na binibili niya yung tumahimik na lang si Josie huwag magsumbong. Hindi, kagaya na nabanggit kanina, bakit ka naman magpapayad kung wala ka namang ginagawang mali? Bakit hindi maliit na pera yun para sa isang driver? Ang $2,400 is not a small amount of money. So it must have been malaking mataas ang presyo para sa kanyang pagtatahimik. Hindi niyo ba naisip yun?
Hindi ko alam ang surrounding doon sa kanilang pag-aayos ng kanilang problema. But that amount talagang malaking talaga po yun. At,
when were you made aware that there was this settlement? Anong petsa? Anong buwan? Anong taon?
When Josie wrote me a letter in 25th of September, about a month after po.
A month after? After na nagkaayusan, nag-settle na
month or 2 years.
na 10,000 riyal. And so that was what month was that?
That's September something.
So Jojo was still in your employ.
Yes, sir.
Why did you not file him? Because if you knew that he had to pay, the fact that he had na nagsesettle siya, ibig sabihin na amin niya na meron siyang ginawang mali. Alam mo yun. Bakit hindi mo siya tinanggal sa trabaho?
Because it was written in the letter of grace, sir, that they
Ilan naman sure kung nagkaayusan sila. The fact of the matter is, yung isang empleyado mo may ginawang kalaswaan at para tumahimik yung kanyang biktima, ay binayaran niya ng pera. Walang kinalaman eh. The fact is, may ginawang kalaswaan. Siguro, sapat na yun para tanggalin na siya sa trabaho. Bakit hindi nangyari yun?
Because I was relying on the letter of Josie, sir.
But again, it does not matter. The fact of the matter is, it is occurred. This molestation, attempted molestation, whatever you want to call it, occurred. Whether or not they had settled is irrelevant. Ang importante dyan ay isang empleyado mo ay may ginawang ganitong klase kalaswaan. Sapat na dapat yun na tanggalin mo siya sa trabaho. Bakit hindi mo ginawa?
Because I wanted to get the full story from Minister, and there was no opportunity for me to reach her at that point in time.
Were you also aware, from the testimony of Ms. Josie, sinabi niya, tinawagan siya ni Edith, it turns out it is an Edith Aquino, one of your staff. Pero ang pagkasabi sa kanya is, mayo ka na rito at delikado ang buhay mo. Were you aware of that?
I'm not aware of that.
But is this the first time you have heard that your staffer, Edith Aquino, warned Josie to stay away from the Bahay Kalinga? Staff mo mismo ang nagsabi. Dahil delikado na siya.
Hindi ko nalaman na gano'n.
Bakit niya gagawin yun?
Hindi ko nalaman na sinabi na gano'n siya.
O bakit niya gagawin yun?
I'm not sure whether she...
So she was under instruction from you to find Josie. Ang sinabi niya sa'yo na wala siya, hindi niya nahanap. Pero ang katotohanan ay nahanap niya, hindi lamang na nahanap niya. Bukod pa ron, ay winarningan pa niya na huwag na siyang bumalik at delikado siya. Hindi mo alam lahat yun.
Hindi ko alam yun, sir.
So all of this that is going on in your office, hindi mo alam. There is a settlement which is admission of liability on the part of your driver Jojo. Your staff has taken it upon themselves to warn the victim away from the Bahay Kalinga because it will be worse for her. And that is your staff who you have instructed to look for her. Not only did they not tell her that they have found her, they also warned her about you and your driver Jojo. Is this what this is what happened in your view?
I did not give instruction to threaten her, sir. In fact,
No. You gave instructions to, according to your testimony, you gave instructions na hanapin siya para makontak mo.
Para malaman ko kung ano talaga.
Oo, so talaga ng sitwasyon. Binalikan ka, sinabi sa'yo, hindi namin makita.
Nakita nila si Josie, sir.
Nakita nila si Josie. O, ba't di mo nakausap?
Si Josie, sir?
Oo.
Hindi ko nakausap si Josie dahil ang sabi ko, dahil sana doon sa opisina, para pag-usap at mag-confront niya yung taong gumawa sa kanya. At so that we can start the full investigation.
But I am confused now. You said earlier na pinahahanap mo si Josie dahil gusto mong kausapin. Pero hindi mo mahanap. Hindi mo makontak.
And the only part of her running away from her PK, hindi ko siya makontak. But there was an opportunity for me, through my staff, to look for her.
Yes, exactly. And you say now you're changing what you said previously. Kasi sinabi mo noon hindi nahanap eh. Ngayon sinasabi mo nahanap pala.
In the beginning, sir, hindi ko mahanap. But later on, I still possible to
Pero
locate.
after a while nahanap.
Possible to locate her.
So basically, nahanap.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bakit nung nahanap na, sinabi sa iyo nung staff mo, si Edith Aquino, na nakita ko, alam ko na kung nasaan, etc. Pero, ba't di mo nakausap? Ba't di mo parang maitanong mo nga kung ano ba talagang nangyari, malaman mo kung ano ba talagang yung sitwasyon.
Hindi nasabi sa akin ni Eddie, sir, yung tungkol sa sinasabi ni Josie. But,
pero nasabi niya na nakita na niya, na-date niya.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so bakit hindi mo siya nakakausap?
Si Josie, sir?
Oo.
Ayaw kasi si Josie pumunta sa opisina, sir. Because somebody was
Ayaw
asking.
sa office siya, kung kayo magpusabi. Ayaw niya pumunta. Eh, pinarningan na nga siya nung staff mo na huwag pumunta dun eh.
I asked my staff.
Hindi ka naman magtataka. Your own staffer warned her to stay away. Eh di siyempre talaga susunod siya dun sa warning na yun. Anyway, there seems to be at least a very strange situation in your office. When all of these things are going on, ang dami-dami nangyayari, pero mukhang sinasabi mo ngayon, hindi mo alam. Well, hindi mo alam, pero under question, mukhang alam mo pala. Kung saan si Josie, na nakausap ng Edith Aquino. So, you have to understand na talagang maraming problema dito sa salaysay na ito. Dahil hindi tumutugma lahat ng iyong sinasabi. But in any case, I think the facts will come out. I'm also very curious, Secretary Pablos, the Alcobar operation was patalo?
That is my understanding po.
No, I've been to Saudi. I know that there are such. What is the difficulty? Why can we not get it recognized and accredited by the host government? Because they are providing a service that is provided by the government of the Philippines to its nationals.
Maybe po, the DFA can better explain po yung ganun po situation.
Yes, Secretary De Rosario or any of the members of the DFA here, if we could get an explanation why we cannot get these centers to be recognized by the Saudi government in particular and other governments in general.
Yes, Mr. Senator. My knowledge of this is that the Alcobar is in the eastern region. It's very near Bahrain already. We are, and it is considered during the Arab Spring as being among those areas in the center of unrest. And on that basis, Alcobar, by the way, is 4 to 5 hours away from Riyadh. And we have been requesting the Saudi government for authority to open a consulate there. But they have not allowed this because they think that it's an area that is not appropriate for a consulate. And so on that basis, we're operating that labor office in Alcobar without the official authority of.
I understand, Mr. Secretary. Is there something we can do about that? Because the Arab Spring occurred this last spring, and it occurred over a period of maybe 3, 4, to say even 5 months. There were no uprisings before that spring, and there are no, well, I was going to say there are no uprisings now, but that's not true. But there's not much less trouble than there is now. Surely those elements no longer apply, and surely such an application. So, are you saying that we cannot operate these centers unless there is unless it is attached to a consulate?
It is, sir. It is considered as being in Shiite territory, and ergo, even as our request for operating there is continues, we have a live request. It has not been granted up to this time.
So even the cultural and religious differences seem to be affecting our capability to help our nationals.
Yes,
Well, thank you. Perhaps we should make more stronger representations to the government of Saudi Arabia, because I think a very good case could be made that these centers are necessary, even if they are in Shia-controlled areas. And maybe that is something that we can take up with the committee to make, again, as I said, to make representations to Saudi governments. Are there any other governments where we have this kind of problem, Mr. Secretary?
I believe, sir, that we are, as I mentioned earlier, the request remains outstanding. I think once they grant a request there are many other requests from other countries. They will have to consider that as well. But right now, sir, we are continuing to follow up this request.
Yeah, but we should be given a better hearing because of the number of Filipino nationals in Saudi. I'm sure that we count as we're about in the top 3 of foreign nationals working in Saudi. So
Number 1, sir.
number 1. So then that's why we should be number 1 on their list to be given. But then we should make that case to the Saudi government. Anyway, again, it's something that maybe the committee can take up. To return, Secretary Marcos, the central to all of this is that the whole scandal is already been named sex for flight. And that the subject of repatriation and the funding for repatriation is central to all of this. These things cannot occur if that problem is not there. I have filed a resolution looking into the state of the Emergency Repatriation Fund, which is under the jurisdiction of OWA. What is the status of that repatriation fund?
Admin May is here, but the character po ng emergency repatriation is pag may mga malaking crisis, like what we experienced po in Libya. Otherwise, yung regular procedure through the recruitment agencies nga ho, via request for repatriation ticket coming from the Polo and processed by the POEA. And then the recruitment agencies will.
How good are the employment agencies at providing funding for repatriation for those that they have their clients essentially?
When I was peer administrator, and I think this is the same under the current administration of Administrator Hans, they are very cooperative in providing the ticket, considering the 48-hour required by the law once a notice is sent to them. Otherwise, we suspend the documentary processing, and it will not affect the documents in that particular country or particular employer, but it will affect all their deployment. So mabilis po sila nag-cooperate in terms of providing the ticket.
So as a rule, hindi nagiging problema yung pagpondo ng repatriation. But to return to this repatriation fund, by law it was initially to consist of 100 million pesos. How many OFWs have availed of this fund, and how much has been spent? How much is left in the fund?
I will request po Admin May to answer your question. He has the figures.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. The OWA, Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, takes charge of the repatriation fund, which is being approved by the Board of Trustees of OWA. In addition, we also take charge of managing the Emergency Repatriation Fund, which though is given by the national government, but is being handled by OWA so that there will be more consistency in handling the fund. So far, Your Honors, for 2010, we had spent something like 47 million from the DOLE Emergency Repatriation Fund and 13 million from the OWA Fund. For 2011, we spent 41 billion 41.8 million from the TOLE Emergency Repat Fund and 23.2 million from the OWA Repatriation Fund.